What's going on, guys? Big welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta. Here with D-Boy, and we are back to talk about the new special series. So we have the Selection Plus Volume 1 and the Selection Plus Volume 2. And today they actually revealed two cards, but both of them are from Volume 2. So first we'll talk about the new reveals from the new sets, and they are Dauntless and Fromage. So first we'll talk about these two cards, and then after that we'll come back and talk about all the reprints that they have made in this set. So if you're not familiar with this set, well, there are two sets, and each set has or features the 12 clans. So 12, 12, 24, all the clans are featured in two sets, and they are kind of like the premium collection, but they are for standard. And we have every clan will get 4 reprints and a new card, and we'll talk about all the reprints in a minute, but first we'll talk about the new reveals because you guys are more interested in those. So we have Dauntless and Fromage. Alright, so let's read up the skills and see what these cards are capable of. Me myself, I'm a big fan of Dauntless and I'm a big fan of Blade Master. I'm very happy that these two cards actually do work together. So let's read what the card is capable of. Again, Dauntless Dragon was the break ride in the early days. So the card actually kept its break riding skill, which we'll talk about. The first ability of it is on Vanguard Auto. At the end of the battle, your drive check revealed 2 or more normal units. You can give 10k to one of your front row regards. It's actually a pretty nice skill because if you drive check nothing, you could still at least give power to one of your units, or actually regards in the front row, so that's pretty cool. The second ability, he has 3 abilities. The second ability is once per turn, also on Vanguard, at the end of the battle, it attacks if your hand has 4 or more cards. Very important, it doesn't work with the end, which we'll read in the third ability. So if you have 4 or more cards, you could discard 3, and then this bad boy could restand. All of these abilities do not cost counter blasts or soul blasts, so your opponent can't do nothing about it. And his last ability is, of course, that ability of the restands once per turn. His last ability is when rolled upon, choose one of your Vanguards, and he gets all of the abilities that this card has. So that's crazy, right? Because you could ride on the top of it, and the new unit that you would ride will gain all of the abilities. And that's what I said, it kind of kept its break ridey skill. So what does this mean for Kagero? Well, you can't really make a broken combo out of it yet, as much as I know in standard, because you cannot really use it with the cross or with the end, I think, because again, his ability works differently than the ability of the end, so you cannot recombine the two. But definitely it's an amazing ability that you could still use in all of the other decks. Like, you could use this card very well with decks like Blade Master, and that's why I'm loving it, because you could use them. But I think even in Overload, that this card could be usable and it could be very strong, especially if you go first and you ride it into this and then you ride after that into something different, then it's still very good because you could still keep pressure high by discarding cards. But definitely in Blade Master, I think that this card will be used a lot, with like Waterfall. With Blade Master, I do see this card actually making an impact. So I will definitely get my copies of this to feature it in my Blade Master deck. Alright, so enough about Dauntless, now we get into Fromage. This Battle Sister Bad Lady makes the Battle Sister archetype come back to life. We haven't seen this in standard yet, that you really have a Battle Sister archetype. But pretty much what we have seen is that you could put those Battle Sisters in like all of your decks. But now, this actually does give us a Battle Sister archetype. So her ability is, the first one is a Vanguard ability only. During your turn, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, all of your Battle Sister units get plus 5k. So now you actually benefit from having more Battle Sisters on the field, because she will be giving all of them plus 5k. And she doesn't say regards, she say units, so she herself will actually become a 17k beater during your turn. Second ability is Vanguard and Vanguard. When placed, counter +1, soul +1, draw a card. If your Vanguard is a battle sister, you draw another card. So if you write into this card, counter blast, soul blast, draw 2. If you call this card, counter blast, soul blast, draw 1. If you have a battle sister Vanguard, you draw another one. Pretty good in standard and in premium because it's just a good card to write into or to call. And it's a battle sister. So we don't know how the deck would look like yet, but it would definitely be very good. And her third and last ability is once per turn on Vanguard, discard a card from your hand, look at the number of cards from the top of your deck as number of records that you have with Battle Sister in their card name, and then you could put them in the right order on top or bottom of your deck. So it's the same ability as the Stride that we had in the past, the Battle Sister Stride. You could just like fill your field with all of those battle sisters, you give them power, and then you use the ability to just discard and then check the top cards of your deck. If you have like 4 battle sisters, you check the top 4, and then you be like, okay, this would be my drive check, this will go to the bottom, this will be there, and this will be there. So again, a very, very good ability, especially in a battle sister deck that you could really make a battle sister archetype. I hope that this will also bring the battle sisters in premium back. I hope to see them because they actually had their moment of fame, let's say, in the past, but now you don't really see them that much. So I think both of these cards are very, very good. So again, these cards are actually from Volume 2, which are the first cards that got revealed, if I'm not mistaken, and which means that these Volume 1 and Volume 2 will actually be revealed like mixed with each other. So that's pretty interesting that they have done it this way. We don't really see them on the wiki page yet, but I think that they will be featured very soon. Alright, so that's it about the reveals. And the next video we'll talk about all of the reprints of the cards. So start with the reveals and then we go about the reprints. Why? Because you guys always are interested to see what the newest cards are. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. If you want to see the reveals, just keep in touch or just check our channel daily because we are uploading these videos very, very, very fast. So we will do a video talk about Volume 1, the reprints, and another video talk about Volume 2 and the reprints, and if they made the right choice or not. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.